Look, we talk about the lack of relevance that GQ has. Guess what? Celebrities as well. And guess who knows it? Jennifer Lawrence.
I actually love this interview.
Let's go and see what she had to say here as she was asked about her political thoughts.
It's also a film that, as we started discussing, it speaks to this political moment in a very interesting and important way. That is funny, that is complicated.
And it's a good idea. It's not a bad idea.
What do you mean?
A revolution.
You have been politically outspoken in the past. In the first Trump administration, you had a lot to say. I'm curious how you feel about talking out now.
I don't really know if I should. I think like the first Trump administration was so wild, and just how can we let this stand? Like I felt like I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off. But as we've learned, election after election, celebrities do not make a difference whatsoever on who people vote for.
Yes, nor should they. Like, yes, you're correct. You know what I want you to do? I want you to go be Mystique. I don't want you to tell me how to vote. Like, if you're Batman, go be Batman.
Do you think she misses Harvey Weinstein?
Jesus. Sorry, what, Blabs?
What? Just wondering. It's a great question to ask. I'm surprised the interview didn't ask that one.
Oof. Anything else you want to chime in there, Blabs?
I really hate the interviewer's sweater. It's like a crop top sweater, and it really just bothers me. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Okay.
It's not flattering at all. It makes her look like she's Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I'm a fan of the screen cap right now. That's pretty good. That's a derp of the year.
There you go. Sam, you can use that for a thumbnail today. That's great. And we'll go ahead and continue.
And so then what am I doing? I'm just...
By the way, I sped it up just a little bit.
Sharing my opinion on something that's going to just add fuel to a fire that's ripping the country apart. I mean, we are so divided. I think I'm in a complicated recalibration because I'm also an artist. And with this temperature and the way that things can turn out, I don't want to start turning people off to films and to art that could change consciousness or change the world.
So it's hurting her bottom line is what she's saying. She's saying, well, I should probably shut up because people aren't going to go see. Now she's putting it under the guise of art, but at the end of the day, she's putting it under the guise of it will affect my bottom line by talking about these things. Interesting.
I'd love to know what she thought about the 4 years in between the administrations that she's currently talking about and how it's so wild the first time around.
Yeah, she used these kind of broad strokes. It's so wild. It was so wild,
And how can we let this stand? What?
I mean, here's the thing, man. Like, I'm gonna cancel myself for everybody on this platform and never get invited on the show again. Like, I think it's totally okay that we have differences of opinion. Like, I don't actually care.
I can't deal with Ray right now. All right, I don't know how. Never invite him back on this show. Blabs,
okay.
You understand? Okay, sounds good. Ray, are you ready to conform?
Admit you're wrong and
I
don't know what you're
retract
doing.
everything I just said.
Okay, thank you. A public apology would be great.
Yes. As Dwight Schrute once said, I state my regret.
Thank you, Ray. All right, I'm sorry. Go continue your incredibly misguided thought.
Yeah, and I have a hard time understanding where disagreement led to enemy. I have a problem with that. I have a fundamental problem, and she said one of the most real things that I've heard a celebrity say in 20 years. We are unbelievably divided as a country, and we divide ourselves over stupid things. We divide ourselves over, do we want pineapple on pizza? We divide ourselves over political candidates. And the reality of it is, like, we can only control what we can control. And if you're a far right-wing conspiracy theorist that thinks that it's the Wizard of Oz and everything's happening behind the curtain, then what are you going to do about it? And if you're a far left-wing person that believes that the point that I'm making is there is I believe she's getting to her thought process the wrong way. And like you said, she's trying to paint a brush that lets her still be aligned that she's anti the current establishment. But the reality of it is she's not wrong. We are very divided. And as an actor, whose job is to be an artist and entertain people, I'm not doing anything good by forcing my political beliefs down your throat. I can have my own beliefs. I can speak to my beliefs on whichever side they are. But when I get inflammatory and try to put it in everything that I do, and let's be clear, she's been in some of the most politically motivated movies over the last 5 years, that Netflix garbage that she did with DiCaprio and all that stuff. But the point that I'm making is, like, if we could get back to the heart of what she's saying as a society and let people disagree and know what's appropriate and not appropriate to push, I think we'd be a hell of a lot better off than we are right now.
Well, she's catching up to what literally everybody's been saying. Well, everybody that's not in Hollywood for the better part of a decade plus. Just like, hey, shut up. How about you just act? Yeah, that'd be great.
Just go be that man.
Just if you want to go be Katniss Everdeen, by all means, go be Katniss Everdeen. You know?
She supposedly has a fake TikTok account. I shouldn't say fake, like an alt, where she's undercover, and apparently she goes and has fights with people on TikTok.
Well, then that tells you everything that you need to know. I mean,
you're a coward,
right? She is an actor after all, an actress. So, should we hear the rest of this 40 seconds to see what she has to say here? Here we go.
Because they don't like my political opinions. I want to protect my craft so that you can still get lost in what I'm doing, what I'm showing. And if I can't say something that's going to speak to some kind of peace or lowering the temperature or some sort of solution, I just don't want to be a part of the problem. I don't want to make the problem worse.
Look, I agree with you, Ray. Like, I think her saying, I don't want to be a part of the problem, I don't want to divide people anymore, I think that's a great thing to say. I really do. And it's kind of, maybe it's her figuring out, maybe it is because her last few movies have sucked or bombed or whatever it may be. Maybe she is seeing seeing what happened. I don't know. Like, you look at these movies that she's been in, I don't know. I've never even heard of any of these movies over. Oh, I did see the Don't Look Up one. That's the one that's
what I'm talking about. Yeah. The very politically motivated. I mean, and again, like, I see what the rants are saying right now, and it's cool. Like, I love it. Like, I don't expect everyone to agree with me. That's why I gave the disclaimer before I went in. But the truth of the matter is, I have never had a problem with, as an American, I don't have a problem with anyone having a different political belief than I do. The problem that I have is when you use your platform to tell me I'm a redneck or backwater, or I'm wrong, or I'm an idiot, or I'm a moron, or I'm toxic because my belief doesn't align with yours. Let's have our separate beliefs in our political arenas where they belong. But if I go to the movie theater, I don't want to pay $22 for a movie ticket and $50 for popcorn and a soda, and then spend 2 hours being lectured about why my political beliefs don't match yours. Just go be the character. That's my point.
I think that everything you're saying right now is exactly how everybody's thought for a long time.
Yep.
Look, I don't care how you think politically. I don't care who you vote for. Just don't shove it down my mitten. I've said this literally my entire career. I don't care how you think. Just don't tell me how I should think.
You have a right. You have a right. You have a right to believe in whatever you want to believe in this country. You have a right to have any political opinion that you want. If you want to go waste your look in Trump, the first Trump election, what was that, 2015, 2016?
Yep.
Enough idiots in this country voted for Harambe that they had to put Harambe on the polls in the news. It was like up to 4% of Americans had written in for a dead gorilla. And guess what? As stupid as that is, you have the right to do that. But what you don't have the right is to use the power that you have and the platform that you have to belittle people that believe differently than you do. If I can't do it as a Christian, and if I can't do it as a conservative, then you shouldn't be able to do it as an agnostic or an atheist or a homosexual or whatever the things are. We cannot get beyond this, like, horde mentality wins and hive mind. If you're not in this hive mind, I think, again, I think her motivations are wrong, but I think that what she's saying is spot on.
I agree.
All right.
You guys riled me up. I'm definitely canceling.
No, listen, I appreciate that. I appreciate you you going.
And that was the
hard.
last we ever saw of this.
And they never saw Ray again.
Ray has been. Listen, from our insane right wing show here, you have been scorned to the left wing boogeyman over here.
Instead of Ray showing up on screen, it's just going to be Finn yelling, "Ray!" for 3 movies straight. That's it.
Look, I think that's one of the things that kind of makes our show different is that we will talk to anybody, and we will. You know, I love it when people have different opinions. Obey YouTube. Watch this video; it's suggested for you.